Welcome to the Orange House, hosted by Anthony Cozio and Dominic Patrone.
My name is Anthony Cozio.
My name is Dominic Patrone.
And we are back with another episode of the Orange House, episode 27. And we had to take a little hiatus due to we got hit late with the COVID delays. Honestly, we went like the whole time when COVID was like a thing, like a major thing. We went the whole time without it like really affecting us until
I got it way before we started doing this.
Yeah, how was that when you got it? Because I don't remember, like. I remember seeing you and you looked.
Did you have it?
No, I never officially got it.
But we were pretty sure you had it.
I was pretty sure I got it done like pretty early on.
Patient zero.
Patient zero was my roommate. He was.
A lot of people don't know it wasn't from bats. It was from gambler tobacco.
it was from
serious amounts of lung mucus and gambler tobacco.
Oh man, yeah, gambler tobacco had definitely had a part in starting COVID. No, that motherfucker, I remember like January of 2020, him and his girlfriend were so sick with like literally COVID, dude. It was like they had a fever, they were just coughing, and they were just gross people, so they were coughing up shit like all over the house, and then I got really sick after that. That's where I think I got it over with. But did it like fuck you up pretty bad when you got it?
Yeah, I thought I was dying for like 2 or 3 days.
No,
really?
Like,
yeah, I had.
That sucks.
Well, the thing is, I've only heard of one person that had a temperature higher than mine. Mine was like 103.2.
Yeah, I'd feel like I was dying too. Not gonna lie.
And like I was just laying in like cold baths just to cool down, and I couldn't move for like 4 days. I would just stay on the couch, and all I could eat or drink was like Pedialyte and Snickers bars.
Yeah,
like Snickers.
I'll take that diet, honestly.
Yeah, and I lost like, I'm not even joking, I think I lost like 10 pounds in a matter of like 2 weeks.
Yeah, did you get the whole like did you lose your taste or smell or anything?
Yeah, I lost taste and smell.
Still, but, or like?
What do you mean?
I mean, some people get it where. Like, have you heard of like people get like that long hauler stuff where they can't taste or smell for 6 months or so?
I couldn't taste or smell for like a few days during it, but then like
I don't know what's going on in the Orange House, man.
We've rented out Unit 2 to a circus in case anyone's wondering. But no, I forgot what I was talking about.
We're talking about COVID.
My COVID. Yeah, like 2 months later, I couldn't like taste or smell for like a week out of nowhere. I didn't have COVID. I think it was just like maybe afterbirth of COVID.
Aftershock. I don't know. I'm surprised that like I haven't gotten it again, which I haven't like officially gotten it, which means that I believe I probably got it before. But enough about COVID, man. How have you been?
I've been good. I mean, school, I'm sick. I hate, like, one group project is cool, but I feel like my senior year have been all group projects. Like I have like 3 group projects, and it's like, I enjoy a group project once in a while, but like when I have 3 and I have to coordinate days that I can meet with 3, it takes up so much time. Dude, the nice thing is one of my classes, there's no homework. It's just like checkpoints for the project.
Oh, that's cool. So do you have finals and midterms?
Yeah, I do. It's just like we don't have to do any homework, I don't think, or like it's very few.
Yeah. I've been kind of the same way with just like, dude, I took on an extra class. I normally take 5 classes a semester, so I have to catch up on like 2 or 3. So I have taken 6 this semester, which is Doesn't seem like a lot to take on, but dude, it's fucking one more class has really, really added a lot onto my life. And then on top of that, I got a new job. So I'm just like, I mean, I kind of threw all my free time out the window, but it's kind of nice to stay busy. You know, I need to stay busy. I'll go crazy if I.
You don't ever feel, because if I stop for 2 days doing, like if I just lay in my bed, I'll feel horrible. I just feel super depressed. I'm really not for a particular, like something bad has happened, but it's just like I'm not keeping my routine. I'm getting in worse shape. That's the big one for me, is I'll just get bad body dysmorphia, be like, you fat piece of shit.
Oh, dude, I know what you mean. I this Sunday, I went for a run on Saturday, which like, I mean, I've run a lot in my life. I run pretty regularly. But for some reason this time, my knees hurt so fucking bad. I woke up in the middle of the night, my knees were like killing me. I don't know if it was like unrelated or if it was related to that, but the next day I just decided to kind of take it easy. And like the whole day I was just like, you piece of shit, get out and go do something. But oh man, it's like
shitty workout's better than none.
Yeah, I don't know, but my knees are really hurting, but they feel good now. You put some of that CBD lotion on it. I
was in SAC this weekend, as you know. And I found myself, I didn't work out for 2 days, I felt like shit. But I was in Sacramento. It's weird. When I get home, it's like all I want to do is like lay down in my bed. And maybe that's like, I just get back into, just in high school, I'd get home from school, just lay in my bed.
Because you were doing shit all day at school.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd be like, you'd have 6 hours of classes.
Practice.
And then you'd have practice after, and then, you know, whatever you did after that. And then you get home and be like,
I just want to lay down and play video games.
Yeah. Oh, man. I finally kind of started just like relaxing a little bit when I can, but few and far between.
I spent all weekend just feeling weird, like stressing, because like I'm not one way or the other about it, but there's just been a lot of weird shit going on in the country and the world lately.
Oh, definitely.
Like just weird shit you've never seen before. Like at least we haven't, you know, we're only 21, but I don't know. It's not like I'm feeling good or bad about it, but it's just I definitely feel different.
Oh, I feel that same thing. I mean, part of me asks the question of like, you know how like we regard like the 70s as like this extremely turbulent, but like,
do we?
I mean, yeah, like the 70s with like Vietnam,
end of Vietnam,
the late 60s, early 70s. It was like a pretty turbulent, like very radical, like socially radical time.
Yeah,
part of me hopes that this is just like another thing we're gonna regard as like we regard the 70s now when we look back in the future. But another part of me is like, this is some wild shit going on.
Like I can't recall anything like this, and like definitely nothing like exactly what we're going through for at least 100 years. When was the last big pandemic? Like in the early 1900s.
Exactly. It was like almost exactly 100 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Something like that. But I'll tell you where I don't like getting political.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to have a chat with the president. The price of a Little Caesars pizza, standard pizza, was always a staple $5, $4.99, and then the pandemic hit.
The train is coming early.
Oh my god.
The pandemic hit. That didn't stop the fucking railway system.
That didn't stop. No.
The Union Pacific is still going strong.
Anyways,
listen to that power.
It was $4.99 always. It was like gold almost. You knew the value was never gonna change with like a Little Caesars $5 pizza. You knew it's like the gold standard. And then like a few months ago, I come back to Chico and it's $5.49. It's $5.50, and I'm like, that's 2 quarters. Like, this is just inflation hitting a bit. We'll be back in no time. And I'm not even kidding. I went to order one, and it was $5.99, and I like legit. I didn't mean to. In my brain was just like, now it's a problem.
Oh no, that is a problem. And then you're messing with the source.
You're messing with the deal of the century.
It's okay. A $5 pizza was exactly the staple of my high school. After school, you're gonna hang out with some friends. We're gonna pick up a pizza. $5. You can't go wrong with that. What's next, dude? What's next? I mean, well, they already fucked with Subway. Like, I remember going in as a kid. Okay, weirdly enough, Subway and like Rubio's. Those were the two places. You ever been to Rubio's? Do they have Rubio's in Sac?
Is that like shaved ice?
Oh my, no. Rubio's is it's like Baja Mexican food.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard of that.
So a lot of like fish tacos, a lot of like that was their big thing, was fish tacos. So Rubio's was like, I don't know, when I was a kid, it was like so good. I always regarded it as like, oh, it's Monday night, we're getting Rubio's, dude. And then I would get like literally a bean and cheese. I mean, until I was probably 10 years old, I'd get a bean and cheese burrito and like side of chips, and I thought it was gold. It was like the greatest thing. And then, you know, obviously I diversified, and when I got older, I got like actual good dishes there. And then I go back, and they've jacked the price. Went back since I've come to college. They've jacked the prices up. Like, I mean, everything's like $1 more, and it's shitty. It's like you can't jack your prices up and have your food quality drop. It's just that I'm gonna not go to your business. That's my problem with. They're lucky I'm not gonna name their name. I don't think you heard this story, but I have a very big vendetta against one of the local Mexican joints around here.
I remember in the group chat the other day you talking about it.
That was yesterday, man.
Yeah.
I was very loyal to this place, and they fucked me so bad that I'm not.
We're gonna have to talk about that later.
We're gonna have to talk about it
because I'm honestly shocked because you were like their spokesperson for the group.
I even Ben was with us yesterday, and like our food took an hour. I am not joking. This is your standard. Like, it should take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It should take 10 minutes at this place. Like, I get shit happens sometimes, like all the time in a restaurant, but at least someone should have checked up on us or something. Like, we were stuck out there for an hour in this place, and then I got like literally every single thing about my order that could have been wrong was wrong, except for the fact that I got beef. Like, I'm not gonna be that angry customer.
I haven't actually
right
been
now,
there since they changed their name.
It was so much better.
But now I won't try it.
It was so much better than the old joint, but
that was just one time, wasn't it? Like, they've never done that to you before.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's true. It's true, but I'm just pissed. It's going to be at least a little while before I go back. I don't
make
know.
Them pay.
They made them. Yeah, I had to make them pay. Plus, they charged me for like. We'll get into it in another time.
I'm gonna name this place because I have nothing bad to say about it. Just genuine confusion and questions. Tacos Tenaya. If you're from Chico and you've been here, like,
if you're a student,
if you've been here for a year or two or more, like us, then you know Tacos Tenaya is like is great little Mexican joint. Right like, on Nord, right next to. It's not
like the best tasting, but it's always reliable.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's good. You're gonna be satisfied. Yeah. And literally, I don't know when the dates are. I don't think I ever will. In the middle, like, of fall to winter, they will just shut down for like 3 months out of need for. I have no idea why.
That place is open like 16 weeks a year, but it's like I don't understand how the fuck they stay in business.
And you'll show up there and like you'll think you figured out the hours. You will think you figured out the hours until you give up. Finally, you've been here long enough trying to figure it out. It's like Tuesday afternoon. You go after school and you get one. And then you go there the next day and it's closed, all day on a Wednesday. And then you'll come back the next Wednesday and it will be open.
No, then you'll come back the next Wednesday at like 2 a.m. and it's open.
Like they'll just not decide. Open if they don't feel like it, they won't open.
They'll just decide like, hey, I guess like, we feel like being open. They'll just open.
There's a lot of weird scheduling like that in Chico. Like we've talked about, there are places, and I don't know if it's like an Asian tradition because it happens with it's Asian restaurants.
Yeah, it's almost all Asian.
They close on Tuesday, like like the weirdest day to close, a Tuesday, and then every other day they're open from 3 to 5. They'll just take a break and where they won't take any orders.
I mean, dude, I wish that my jobs had a break, like a 2-hour break.
They just close for no reason.
But I have noticed it's almost all Asian spots that do that.
Yeah,
but. It's always this time that I want it. Like when I'll throw their name out there. iFish is one of the best, one of the best little spots in Chico. But every single time I want it, it's like 4:30 and they're closed, and I don't want to wait an hour.
One place that I always think of is Halos.
Yeah.
And
oh my god,
the amount of times, and it's kind of like Chick-fil-A, but the amount of times we've literally gotten ready, like we might just be in no shirt, lazy as hell, greasy, and we're like, okay, what's going on, man? Or lazy as hell, just greasy, and we're like, okay, let's do something and get something to eat. And Halos is far enough away to make us feel like we're doing something. And it's really good, and they give you a bunch of food for like $10, and then like one of us will just be on the couch waiting for everybody to get ready, and then just go, "Fuck! It's Tuesday."
Oh my gosh, dude! Every fucking time, and it just makes me so irrationally angry.
I know.
And I'm like, it's a Tuesday. Why the hell are you closed?
We're talking rationally about it now, but when it's a Tuesday and you've made plans to go to Halos, you're like, explain the business process. Why would you close on a Tuesday?
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I don't understand.
There's some like,
frankly, I'm pissed.
But yeah, it starts with Tenaya because I honestly stopped going. I haven't been to Denai in a while just because there's been so many times I'll be driving there and it'll be like, fucking closed. Let's go to Tosh.
Do you remember back in the day? I feel like Subway was actually good.
Yeah, but we were also kids and like.
But no. I feel like I remember.
I feel like it was worse back in the day, at least in terms of like the bread was, the bread was all the same. It all tasted the same.
I always thought it was so much better. Back in like 2006 Subway
had
was
the $5.
Like yeah. Back when before all that Jared shit went down, they really took a hit with that. I think that their food took a hit with that too. Not gonna lie.
It's just like it's hard for me to go to Subway. Like I'll go to Jersey Mike's or I won't.
Jersey Mike's is top of the game.
Jersey Mike's is good. I like Togo's. I like Togo's everywhere but Chico's Togo's. I went there the other day and I waited 30 minutes for hot pastrami, and they're in the same building. It's the same.
Where is
establishment?
There's a Togo's in Chico.
It's half Togo's, half Baskin Robbins. It's the weirdest thing.
Wombo combo.
If you apply for a job there, it on the job says cashier for Togo's / you have to jump in between each.
Is it the same company?
It must be the same owner because they're franchises, I'm pretty sure.
That's wild.
But I like Jersey Mike's, but Subway is it's got the name brand and it's good, but the meat.
No. If we're sorry to cut you off.
No,
but if we're comparing sandwich places, you can't Subway is just on such a fucking low tier compared to anything else.
Anything else. The best if you I'm sorry if you don't have this in your town, the best sandwiches are Bel Air sandwiches. And I don't know if they have that in San Diego. I know you guys still ride horses and stuff, and you're a little primitive. but Bel Air is this grocery store, and for whatever reason, bro, it's I don't know how much the sandwiches are. I'll pay $30 for them. They load them up, and they're the best thing you ever had.
$30 for a sandwich? You're talking pretty big, man. Is this a Rayleigh's sandwich we're talking about? Rayleigh's has the best deli in Chico.
Rayleigh's maybe in Chico, but if I go to Rayleigh's or Safeway or something, Safeway has ass sandwiches. I'll tell you that much. They want to be Bel Air, but they're not. It's just dry. It's not good. Rayleigh's,
Safeway just disappoints me on all fronts.
Rite Aid has the best ice cream of the stores.
Yep. Thrifties.
They've got it's not like a scoop. It's like a cylinder. And they put cylinders of ice cream on, and you can get 2 for $3.
You get a quart of ice cream on a cone for 50 cents or some shit.
That now.
Do we even have a Rite Aid with a Thrifties here?
We're gonna find out.
There's no way.
I think every Rite Aid has a Thrifties.
That's a childhood nostalgia thing for me, dude. Going to Rite Aid after school to get ice cream.
There's a Rite Aid right by us on Mangrove, right by Chipotle, right on the corner, I guess. And there's a Rite Aid on East. So we'll have to check it out.
I'm sure all of our listeners that don't live in Chico are like so
thrilled. On East.
I'm going East.
I live in Sacramento, but it's on East.
Get on the 99. Man.
But
how was Biggs and East Biggs today?
Oh, dude, no warring today.
We've talked about this before, but there's if anyone who's made the drive from Sacramento back to Chico or vice versa, you get to an intersection of everyone has seen it. Everyone's seen it,
dude. It's fun driving that drive, like not often because it'll change every once in a while. And Biggs, dude, okay, so Biggs and East Biggs.
The intersection is
it's technically all
Biggs.
But for whatever reason, at the intersection on Highway 99, it splits into East Biggs, and you'll know you're there because there's this little place called the Pizza Roundup, which is either gas or trash.
Dude,
and I was fully prepared to eat it today, and they were closed on a Monday in the middle of the day.
Same Tenaya family.
Yeah, exactly. North of Sacramento, schedules just say, fuck it, we're just going to do whatever. But another thing I want to mention is the town of Live Oak, which is like there's two towns, right, but called Gridley and Live Oak, and they're right next to each other. And the city of Live Oak has been under construction since my freshman year here. And like it was always either a big road or something. Now they've just said I don't know if it's the recall that's doing it or whatever. The whole town is under construction. Like they have cones everywhere. There's a tiny little narrow passageway you go through to get through it, and it takes forever. So I try to go around it. But the route has been changing. And I was ready to try Pizza Roundup today for the first time. I saw so many places that I need to try because I've never really stopped on the drive and tried some besides Black Bear Diner.
Well, Black Bear Diner.
But they got rid of it. And they got rid of Black Bear and Gridley, and they're replacing it with a place called Huckleberries.
I've heard of that. I don't know.
I feel like I've heard of it too. We'll have to try it,
dude. You've been to Reading?
Like once.
Well, there's a little place called the Chicken Shack. I don't know if it's a chain or if it's only in Reading.
That sounds like a chain.
The Chicken Shack. Oh my gosh, dude, good ass chicken.
I wish we had a Raising Cane's, bro.
Oh my god. See, okay, why don't In-N-Out in Chico gets so much business.
Yeah.
But it's In-N-Out. Like I
get sick of it. Like,
I get sick of it. But it's In-N-Out. It's good. Like when it's really late or whatever. Why did they not open up a fucking a Chick-fil-A or
anything.
Case.
Here's the thing.
Dude, this is a college town. It'll be like it'll be so busy.
It would be such a hit. And I don't know what's going on there, but also like I noticed this in Sac. Like there are like, and maybe it's different with Chico because everything's so close and you walk to stuff. But that
people drive to In-N-Out.
I know. But what I'm saying, my point here is, like in Sacramento, there's this place called California Burrito where I damn near might be the #1 customer. Like they're open 24 hours and the food is like made in the place by this family. It's really good. It's not healthy for you per se, but it's not bad for you by any means. Like it's the closest thing it's the best thing you're gonna get open 24 hours.
Yeah.
My problem here in Chico is your options when it gets to be about midnight or 1 a.m. go severely down. Dude. And it's the best town to keep your stuff open even later. Like, if you get to midnight, first of all, you get to 10, you get the first wave. Okay, you're out of luck. And it's like 10, it's like, I'm still out.
That's like 90% of restaurants.
12 o'clock, you'll get a few places. But by like 1 o'clock in the morning, you are limited to literally like...
Winco, exactly. Winco, that's what I was going to say.
That's like, if it's 3 a.m., you're out of luck. It's Winco.
Completely. No, I've done it. I've gone to Winco just to like get like food. Like I'm so out of food. Yeah. I'll go to Winco just to get like a pot pie or something.
Because we've literally been in this situation so many times where it'll be like 2:30 in the morning, and me, you, and Hermley would be sitting there like, what do we do? Because I'm not eating Carl's Jr. because that's the only thing open 24/7.
It is?
Yeah, it's open 24/7.
Gosh.
And In-N-Out is closed at 2 a.m. So what's next? Winco. And you go in when they're restocking everything. Everything is expired. Everything has gotten bad enough to, like from the day before that you just buy it. And But like if you get stuck at like 1 a.m., it can be deadly sometimes because you're like, I'm starving, and it's either go to bed hungry or eat like shit.
Or eat Carl's Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
Last time I had Carl's Jr., I was a freshman in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I had Carl's Jr. like a month ago.
No, there's a story behind it though. Last time I had Carl's Jr., I was a freshman in high school, and I've told this story before when I had the podcast with all my friends. But I was in a baseball game in this place called Calipatria, which is it's in the corner of California, like the border of California, Arizona, and Mexico, like right in that little corner.
I've heard of that.
So we're playing a baseball game there, and it's a cool 4-hour drive, or 4 hour drive from San Diego. So we get there, we play this game, and I play a great game, but I start feeling kind of gross after. I think I drank like some bad water or something because that's the only thing that I did consume was water. And it didn't bring it from home. I don't know. Anyway, start feeling like shit. Then we load the bus. My school didn't have school buses. We had school vans. So
nice.
we were in these old like those scary white vans you see. It's basically that with the school's logo on the side.
Gotcha.
It's driving back from Calipatria. It's getting pretty late and dark. I'm feeling like shit. So we were like, oh, we're pretty hungry. Let's stop for food. We stop at Carl's Jr. And I was, a fat fuck. I ate the whole like double Western. Is that from
double
Carl's
Western
Jr.?
Bacon
Yeah. The double Western cheeseburger, fries and a drink, thinking that it'll make me feel better. And then I get back into that bus to go the rest of the 4 hours, and instantly it hits me like, no, dude, like you're sick and you're gonna get sick. And you're in a bus, like in the back of I was a freshman, so we had to sit like all like crammed with all the equipment in the back and just full of people. And it's like, I don't want to let people know I'm going to be sick. And so with the whole 4 hours, we hit fog, the densest fog I've ever seen in my life, bro. Where you're going like 10 miles an hour through these little mountains. 4.5 hours or something. We finally pulled up to my school, and my dad was there and like to pick me up and take me home because I was a freshman. I couldn't drive. And like the second I saw him, I was like, Dad, like we need to get to a bathroom right now. Like I'm gonna be sick.
And
like,
I'm gonna shit myself.
I'm gonna shit myself and throw up at the same time. That's exactly what I felt like. He's like, okay. So we like, luckily my parents' office was like right down the street. So we pull up there, and I like literally like saved my life, dude. It saved my life there. I just like did my thing there, got back in his car, immediately threw up in his car again.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is terrible, and drove home. And the next morning was completely fine.
Food poisoning.
But I felt shitty before. That's the thing.
Oh, maybe the fucking.
But still,
Carl's Jr. was
I can't do the Carl's Jr. was the catalyst.
See, that's why I couldn't eat.
Carl's Jr. was the catalyst.
I didn't eat In-N-Out for like 4 months because right before I left Chico, I remember me and you went, and I was like, I'm just gonna have a cheat day. And I got like a 3x3 and animal fries, and I think I got a root beer, which I never drink soda, ever.
Root beer. Yeah, root beer is so good though.
Root beer's so good.
Every once in a while.
Like every few months, maybe I get a root beer. So I got it, and I woke up the next morning and just had to call. Like couldn't even attend my Zoom classes. Like my stomach was just like twisting and turning in ways that just made me feel all sorts of bad. I was in the bathroom for the better part of like 3 hours that day. 4 hours maybe.
That's why I can't eat Woodstocks anymore. So
Me and you. That's the
last time I had
it.
Woodstocks was with you.
I want to give it another try.
I got sick. I got legitimately sick from a meatless pizza. There was
What'd
no
you
meat
get?
on that, dude. There was a cheese.
pepperoni.
Pepperoni is meat. You're right. Okay, but if the pepperoni was bad, really?
I don't know. I have never had that happen before, but maybe that's because like
it was horrible. That was horrible.
You called me the next morning while I'm on the toilet, and you go, "Is your stomach fucked too?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm literally on the toilet."
It was like unlike any other type of food poisoning I've ever had, where it was just like my stomach was in knots.
Exactly.
And, there's nothing worse than like the pain of like a stomach issue. You know what I mean? There's like the nausea and stuff, but when your stomach legitimately like hurts, oh gosh, it's just like something. I start to get nervous. Dude, I remember my freshman year, I got like some stomach virus. I woke up at 4 a.m. It was after Chavez too, so we had been partying the week before a little bit, and then but then like it lowers the immune system. I got a stomach virus, and I woke up at 4 a.m. one morning and threw up straight blood into my girlfriend's toilet, and I just instantly I was like, okay,
I remember that,
dude. I was like, okay, we're going to Enlo. Like instantly, I mean, like if you throw up blood, there's no good. And the whole time I was just thinking like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like this is it, dude. This is it. Because I was just thinking like my stomach is filling with blood. And
you're not an official Chico resident until you've been to Enlo, and not to visit somebody, pussy.
You have to end up there.
Yeah.
There has to be. But yeah, so I laid in the bed, threw up blood a few more times, and they're like, no, you're good. They're like, you just tore your esophagus throwing up so hard. And I was like,
oh, no problem,
like, that's a sigh of relief. But it was because I didn't throw up any more blood after that. And
what's like the treatment for that? Just like give your throat a rest?
They told me to just chill. Don't be...
just chill, bro. Doc. Yeah. What do I need to medicate? No, just fucking chill, bro.
That's Chico doctors,
relax.
Man. Just like,
just fucking, so fun. You're so stressed out. Like, relax, bro.
Just stop, bro. just chill. No, yeah, exactly.
Hey, you want a prescription for some legal heroin?
Yeah, exactly. That's easy, but just chill, bro.
You don't need it, but I'll get some money for it.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, they really didn't do shit. I mean, granted, I guess I didn't need it because I got better pretty fast, but I watched a lot of TV.
The times I've been to Enlo that weren't like visiting somebody there, because you'll have buddies there you gotta go check on or like drive home, and was like I was in a car accident. They took me there just for standard procedure.
Here? In Chico?
Yeah. Freshman year.
Yeah, freshman year, yeah.
They took me in the ambulance there. They had a neck brace on me and everything.
Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, I do, somewhere.
Oh, man, I gotta get that.
And then the other time was when I had COVID, and I went in there, and I'm going to, real quick, just because I want to bring it up, because I was thinking about this in Sacramento, I was talking about it with my parents, like, the tests you do for COVID nowadays are so, like, easy. Like, you just twirl, you can do it yourself. You just twirl in your nose for 15 seconds on each nostril. No, not for me. I came, like, before vaccine I had it, before, like, better testing I had it, and these dudes put me through the caveman COVID test. This was like, they have PCR now, which is the shit you put up your nose.
They like tie your hands down.
PCR, old days, beginning of pandemic, when they didn't know what they were doing, they were just like, the idea for a PCR test, an old one, was just, we'll just stick it up there as far as we can for 10 seconds instead of just like, how far can we go?
Yeah.
And so the lady came in.
They're doing research while they're getting your test.
The lady came in with the test, and I was getting 2, and I had no idea what to expect. And she's like, okay, so we're going to test you now. And I go, does it hurt? And she goes, it's not going to feel good. And I'm like, oh my God.
Sign.
And so they walk up, I'm like, oh boy, this is like going to suck, right? And I had heard people say it's like breathing in water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe if the water is acid. Like, it literally, they walked up to me, and they're on each side of me. So I look like a mental patient they're about to strap down. I don't know why I had a lisp there, but... And I'm, like, laying there, and they take it out, and she goes, grab onto the bed. I'm like, why?
Oh, my God.
And this is where I, like, started to, like, well, hold on, before we do this.
Yeah.
Why am I grabbing the bed? And she's like... because your muscles might spasm and we don't want you grabbing us. And I was like, what are you about to do to me? Like, you're about to stick one of those things from Alien versus Predator in my nose? Like, what's going on? Like, is you putting a like, what are you putting up there?
They're gonna probe you, man.
Like, for
That's
real.
what's gonna happen.
Is a leech going up there? Like, what's going on? And then she's like, lay back, and she's like, 10 seconds. 10 seconds that felt like 3 hours. And I remember she just shoved it up. Immediately, all the muscles in my body spasm and tense up, and I go, eat, and I literally went, eat, and I couldn't get any more sound out, And I'm literally like, eyes are rolling to the back of my head, like in pain from what's going on for like 10 seconds. And she takes it out. And I'm not kidding, like all the pent up whatever like was in my voice box for 10 seconds just got let out. I was like, ah! And she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. And I'm like crying at this point. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I remember I had to do the test again. And I was like, do you have to, is it the PCR test? Do you have to stick it up super far? She's like, oh no, we don't do that anymore. I was like, oh, I have PTSD from that.
Oh man, I never had to get that. I just had the only COVID test I had to get was I went to CVS through the drive-through, and it was just like the do-it-yourself.
I remember the dude got it, and since I had it so like early, like not super early, but like earlier than most people, the doctor came in and he's like, okay, so first thing, you're not gonna die. If a lot of people come here, we tell them they have COVID, they think they're gonna die. You're not gonna die. You're gonna be fine. Oh, little music.
You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine. And like they gave me like an IV of something that just automatically made me feel better. And but that was my last time at Enla. And I went one other time. My ex-girlfriend was dehydrated and had to go, and it was the one time I've ever been here, the one night that it snowed.
Oh, I remember that. That was crazy. It was like kind of snow, big hail snow. I want to get that again one of these days. It makes me remember like so much from over the years. But it puts me in like I've been in such a nostalgic mood recently because we're like in our senior year now, you know, and just like of course it's getting nostalgic because you're like almost to the end of college.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like taking a look back at everything.
At the same time, my whole life has been school. I don't know anything else.
Exactly. So you know, it's not like I'm not super bummed out about it by any means.
No.
But it's just one of those like it's one of those things where I like to take a look back at stuff. You know, I like to reminisce. I'm a very reminiscent person, a very nostalgic person. So like, you know, all the time I'd be going through like my Snapchat memories, going through my camera roll, just to like have a laugh at like, oh,
it's
I forgot
weird,
this
bro,
happened.
because like it. Obviously, I'm here now, and I have a whole year of school to get through. But you know, time seems to speed up as we get older.
Yeah.
And like I know, in no time, I'm gonna be gone from here. Like I see you guys every day, multiple times a day. And I'm going to go from seeing you guys maybe once or twice a year, which is weird. And like I know we're all going to be going to different places and stuff. And I don't know. It like I know it's coming, but it's just not hitting me. I'm so used to Chico.
It is crazy because like we've only been here for 3 years. I mean at this point 3 years, but it's like I can't imagine now. I can't imagine living somewhere else like all the time. You know
exactly.
And not that and like we talk a lot of shit about Chico, but it's like it's a great place, man. It's like
but like at
it's
the same,
all you know at this point because even though it's only been 3 years.
Exactly. At the same time, I'm like, well, once I'm out of college, there's no point to be here.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to be here not in college.
I don't get stuck.
I feel like
here.
a bum.
I'll get stuck. I mean, people get stuck. Like it's a fun town, but it's definitely you can get stuck here.
First you go just one more year, then you end up like Wayne.
Dude, oh man. But I don't know. Like I was saying, taking a look back, like we've had so many great friends that just like. I mean, so many great people just kind of come and go, and we have our original group still that's kind of left here that's left here. But I don't like it taking a look back, like he's been mentioned on the podcast 1,000 times by now. But our old roommate Herm, it's just like the little things. Like I was looking through my camera roll and just remember. We pull one night, one of his last nights here, having the one of our most famous pictures of us standing outside of your place. And
Hermley never came over. He never left the house, but we had got him to leave the house under the guise of a poker night. Yeah. And quickly turned into
it was a poker night.
We never finished the game.
Never finished. Well,
we just said Ben won, and because Hermley was unable to play anymore and couldn't walk home, as you can see.
Luckily, you guys got a wheelchair from Goodwill?
Yeah, it's still here.
It is still at our house.
That's like his legacy. But, dude, it's weird because we meet, like, I see pictures like this and it's like, wow, that was like our farewell to Herm. Like, we know people that are younger than us by 2 years. They were freshmen last year. They're sophomores now.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I like have to think of myself as a senior, but like sophomore year seems like years ago, and it seems like yesterday.
It seems like it never happened to me.
It's so strange to me because I just remember sophomore year when I like moved here and met everybody besides you. My life had like taken such a drastic turn, and I was like, oh my God, like all this new shit, like all these new people, like this is going to take some getting used to. In the blink of an eye, I'm like known everybody for 2 years, and I'm about on my way out, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Dude, it's like it's almost scary.
And I look at my memories, and we have so many.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like it went by so quick.
it's that's one of those questions that like I've asked myself it even just like since high school, and it just still boggles my mind more and more every single day.
It doesn't even feel like I went to high school anymore sometimes.
No,
like
dude,
that was just a movie.
It's like it never happened.
That I saw.
It's like it never happened. You know, I like I said, I was looking through my memories, and I found actually some of the stuff from high school that I'll get to later. But kind of on the same like ode to Herm, because I miss that guy, man. He
wants to visit supposedly, but like it's like you want to come visit, bro. But what are we gonna do? Sit on the fucking couch and watch TV? You gotta do something with us. Exactly.
But I mean, we do have some golden moments of it. I mean, I remember we would, because you know how Herm loves to go down to the Oroville Range.
Oh yeah. And most places are like a shooting range, and you go like we go to this place called Downrange.
Yeah,
great establishment, very
like,
nice people.
Normal indoor range.
Yeah, normal indoor range with rules and everything. Like I feel a lot more comfortable there, and like so we go there, you pay your money and you go shoot a little bit, and then you leave, and you don't have to worry about it. Herm said he hated any structure. There's a piece of public land out in Oroville that's just there's no.
Well, it's a public shooting range.
It's literally just but a public shooting range is literally just a piece of public land, and they say, go shoot, and there's no rules. You can do whatever you want, and he loved it. I never went.
I did. It's pretty fun.
What if some guy in like a freaking Ford truck who's crazy just decides, you know what? I have nothing else to live for. I'm going to kill that skinny kid with the shotgun that he overpaid for.
Theoretically, he could do that anywhere. Why would he do it at a shooting range?
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, I don't know. But granted, it is in Oroville. Who knows what the fuck's happening in Oroville. Those cops outside are probably headed down there, for all I know. They are active right now. What's going on? I have to go on
the scanner after this.
We've had so many good interactions with Herm, and like just stuff like sometimes he would get so much life in him that like when in a certain instance where he'd be like so down to do something, we'd be like, really? Okay. Like we got this video right here of
this?
So we were on our way down to the Oroville shooting range, and whoa, we noticed some guy outside, and we're just like, Herm was like, bro, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm just gonna go like,
oh my god, yeah. I was in the car.
The guy was kind of out of his mind on something.
It was one of the local tweakers.
Just kind of hanging outside the market, but Herm just really wanted to go talk to him. So let's see his interaction. This is the most life I've seen Herm have in a while.
I don't know what compelled him to do this.
I'm out here in Chico. What's your name, bro?
My name's Kao Lao.
Kao Lao?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out for Knox City.
Knox City then.
Shout out Knox City.
Knox City then.
Let's go. Hey, good.
And then Herm proceeded to talk to him for about 5 to 10 minutes about God knows what.
In the car, bro, and Jason takes the phone and starts filming Herm interview the guy.
And he was just, oh man, Herm was like, what you been doing? The guy just starts like talking like not making any sense. Herm's like, oh, okay. All right, well, have a great rest of your day, man. It's like, Herm, where's this life coming from, man?
Wasn't that the guy? I can't remember. Was that the guy who wanted $100,000?
No, that was a different guy that we sent. We sent over to the other
Loyal Dragon. Customers.
Then we had the other more glamorous moments of Herm, like we would roll down to we'd roll down to Davis, hit up. You'll see.
Herm.
Like, look at the like. I'll just pause it on that last frame of his
Looking
face. Just,
looking like he,
that's just. I mean, I miss that guy.
like he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, it's the stizzy, man. The stizzy don't like that thing. That thing will get you in a different
Bro,
in a
it
different
looks
realm.
like the last thing he wants to be doing is having to have any type of conversation. What?
But then, I mean, he was a member or a resident of the Orange House for pretty much from the very beginning up until just recently. I mean, he's dealt with
Everything
that we had to deal with. Any crazy stories that you hear about stuff happening here in the Orange House, Herm has been a part of that, and he's been part of the experience. And so many of the like random tweaker interactions that we have around here, Herm was like
instigating or just right there for the action.
right. He was always, that was another thing he would get fired up for. Like, if you wanted to get Herm out of the house,
That was his land.
That was his
and
land.
The last thing you should come between is Herm and his land.
Herm's got a few things to tell you about some land, man. But here's a perfect example of we'll break it down because it's a little hard to hear in the video, but we'll break it down as to what's going on. But take a look. All right, so there's a lot to unpack here, but we'll play it one more time just because it's kind of hard to hear. But listen close. So, long story short, we would, for what was it? You know the story better because you were actually out there. You were actually out there filming it.
Yeah. So basically, we had for a few weeks. We had this tweaker that would just scream his like lungs out.
Yeah,
in,
from
like,
the riverbed right next to our house.
Yeah, under the bridge. He lived there for like a few weeks, obviously, and it was like every morning you were getting woken up to this dude just screaming at the top of his lungs that like he's gonna kill somebody. Just a bunch of like shit you would hear from like a severe drug addict. And I just remember one morning, like we gave him all the chances in the world. Okay, we really did. We never said shit to this guy. We just dealt with the screaming, and because you don't really want to instigate something like that. You don't know how that person's gonna react. But one morning, I woke up and I just heard from Unit 2, our old roommate, just say something. And I was like, uh-oh. And so I opened the window and I peeked my head out, and he sat on the windowsill with one leg in, one leg out. And he's just got a bunch of oranges from the tree outside the window, and he's just screaming back at him like, shut the fuck up, like I'm trying to sleep. Or, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep.
Like a Mickey Mouse voice. But
And so you can't see the dude because there's so many trees and like bushes, and he just starts chucking oranges randomly down there, hoping he hits him. And eventually, we go back inside, and Herm like must have heard this and woken up because he came over to my unit. He's like, "What the fuck's going on, bro? Like some shit." Because he's always like, if it's the house, like it's the house, bro. We gotta defend the house. And like, so I told him, and he goes stomping over, and before I can get recording, he's already had a back and forth with him. And
this is the video.
That's the video when I started, and he's like, the most unthreatening "fuck you" you'll ever hear. Fuck you.
I'll play it one more time. Just
it's fuck you. He screams a little bit. Fuck you. Come on, fucking down here. Huh?
it's the funniest thing.
It's just like the few words he said in that were "fuck you" twice, and then huh.
But thinking back, dude, like I have so many other great memories that I have probably I'd say about 5/6 of my, that's a weird fraction, but 5/6 of my memories involve Herm in some way.
Yeah.
But then we just got random ones. Like I found this random video when I was on my way back to my old job. I would always go past the local like homeless shelter, and so you always see something. Mm-hmm. And I remember this dude standing in the middle of the road. I'll play this video right here. Standing in the middle of the road and just like dancing, and then grabbing his crotch and just like middle of the road. Check it out.
you see.
That was the normal occurrence.
You saying middle of the road made me remember another Hermley story that I wish I had a video for, but I have a picture perfect memory in my head. I like how that's the bit. Anyways, we were like, I hadn't known Herm that long at this point, maybe like 2 months, and it was me, him, and Jason. And we were going to Dragon because Herm was fiending for like a Nick stick. And he like saw there was some tweak, like this dude was full tweak, no shirt, he had a big stick, and he was in the middle of the road.
Stick always.
He just started crossing, and like hella cars had to stop, and he starts yelling at this ambulance that's driving. It's not like got the lights on, but he just like steps up, fuck you, like I'm walking here, and like just in the middle of the road. Herm sees him yell at this ambulance, and immediately Vigilante Herm kicks in. And by this point, he's almost to the other side of the street. And Herm cuts across a lane of and just goes right, almost hits this guy, and rolls down the window. And the dude's like, "The fuck are you gonna do? Hit me, bitch!" And Herm going, "What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of the road!" And I've known this guy for 2 months. I was like, who the fuck am I in the car with?
That's Vigilante Herm, man. And so the list goes on and on and on. But going through those Snapchat memories, it was just reminded of so much, and so much stuff I forgot too. Like probably my favorite video of all time. Video of all time is
so explain this one.
Yeah, from our sophomore year.
This was not sophomore.
Yeah, this was end of freshman year. We just, we had a few drinks one night, and just like everyone asked the question of, I could take a slap, right?
You
I could take a slap
by a few drinks. You started
and
asking.
So our buddy, one of our friends decided to take on that challenge, and this was the result. Have your volume up for this one.
So satisfying. Play
I have like
one more time.
Two things I want to point out at the end of this. Or at the beginning is the laugh in the background is just hysterical, and then the guy that getting slapped and then going, "Oh my gosh."
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
The thing is, his whole body goes stiff.
His entire
when
body
he falls.
Another honorable mention is our boy Kush, who's actually he's going to be joining us a lot more here in the Orange House.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely will be.
Oh, yeah. So I'll explain this one a little bit.
Oh, man, we have a story, but
what?
We're gonna have to bump the podcast the length a little bit.
I'll just tell it real quick
Okay.
what's going on in the video. Basically, it was we didn't know him super well at this point, but there's this guy who's a friend of ours now, and it was his birthday, and Kush had just like decided, I had a great night. He'd gone a little too hard maybe, and we set up on our couch, and me and my buddy, I should say, liability, had the great idea of trying to fill as many holes in his face as we could with these veggie straws. If you've ever seen them in the stores.
You can breathe through them.
Yeah, you can breathe
perfectly
through them.
safe.
So we were sticking them in his nose and his ear, and he was completely, like, asleep, and he wasn't waking up. And this, we just thought it was so funny at the time.
I mean, it is, but I mean, look at this. Look at this.
There's so many there.
That looks like the face of someone who's half dead.
Oh, he was half dead.
Just a wet shirt.
This next video is not actually from Chico. It's actually from high school, but I just found it. I just found it deep in my phone, and it was just another one of the classic, like, hey, shoot me with the airsoft gun type videos, and I didn't know that it was an electronic gun. Let's see. So shout out to my boy here.
That's like one of those videos you would see in like cursed videos or something.
Let's play it one more time here. You can just see the ripple up his back. Oh man, But we're getting to the end of the episode here, but we got one more crazy announcement. Do you know that Biggie actually he predicted?
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Predicted COVID-19.
No, if you go back, it's really hidden in one of the songs. Like the thing is, a lot of people just hear it different. You don't even catch the lyric. It's just kind of hidden for some reason in your subconscious. And he calls it. He might have been a little bit off, but
take a look.
Word Up magazine. There will be a global pandemic in 2019.
It's clear as day. It's clear as day.
Really
now.
amazing stuff.
It's clear as day.
Really amazing stuff there. And we're huge Biggie fans, and we never noticed it. We thought we'd share it.
We had to share it. I mean, it's the plot just thickens every single day, man. Now Biggie's predicting shit. So thank you guys so much for another episode. We really appreciate doing this, and we hope you guys enjoyed.
Hit our socials.
Hit our socials at Orange House Pod and our email orangehousepodcast@gmail.com.
See you next
next
week.
time.